Hi, I'm Michael. Welcome to Travel Plan. I'm here to help you organize your trip and see as many sites as possible. On today's episode, we'll be visiting Jardin du Luxembourg. I'm standing in front of the Louvre because it's the best place to start our walk, central, well known. If all you want to see is Jardin du Luxembourg, you're looking at about a 25-minute walk, distance-wise, 1.8 kilometers, 1.1 miles. However, if you want to see some sights before you get to the Jardin du Luxembourg, I've organized a walk that'll include an additional 8 sites before we get there. Those sites include the Pont Saint-Séverin Church, Musée de Cluny, the Place de la Sorbonne, the Arènes de Lutèce, the Jardin des Plantes, Rue Mouffetard, the Panthéon, and we end the party at the Jardin du Luxembourg. Now, there's a little bit more stops, so you're looking at about an hour and 20 minutes, and it's about distance-wise 5.5 kilometers or 3.5 miles. But it's well worth it. Also, keep in mind that these times are just for walking site to site, not actually going into these sites. So let's get started. Our first stop, Pont. As we exit the Louvre, make a left on Quai François Mitterrand. After a few minutes of walking, Pont des Arts will be the first bridge on your right. Here we are, Pont des Arts, one of the most charming bridges in all of Paris. It's been in countless films, including one that shares its name. It was commissioned by Napoleon I, and it was actually one of the first bridges that was made of steel. It's supposed to resemble a suspended garden. However, its real claim to fame, though, is that people would come here and hang love locks all along the bridge. Problem was, so many people did it that the weight of all these locks put the bridge in danger, so the city outlawed it. So you can't do it anymore. But people still put locks, around the bridge. So you buy these locks, you put your initials on them, and you place them on the bridge. The bridge connects the Institut de France on the left bank, home of the Académie Française, to the Louvre Museum on the right bank, symbolically bridging France's intellectual and artistic institutions. The Pont des Arts is a public space and is therefore open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I hope you enjoyed the Pont des Arts. Our next stop, Saint-Séverin Church. It's about 15 minutes from here. As we continue south across Pont des Arts, we make a left on Quai de Conti. After Pont Neuf, Quai de Conti becomes Quai des Grands Augustins. When we reach Place Saint-Michel, we make a right. Then a quick left on Rue de la Ruche. Then a quick right on Rue de la Harpe. When we reach Rue Saint-Séverin, we make a left. The church will be on your right. We made it to our next stop, Église Saint-Séverin. In my opinion, a really underappreciated church here in Paris. It's built in the Gothic architecture style, and the interior is also in that flamboyant architecture. Now, you'll find some stained glass windows representing the sacraments and the 15th century fresco representing the Last Judgment. So take your time, walk around, enjoy. The Jean Bazin windows installed in the late 1960s depict the 7 sacraments in a stunning abstract style that complements the Gothic setting. Église Saint-Séverin is open Monday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. I hope you enjoyed Église Saint-Séverin. Our next stop, Musée de Cluny. It's about 5 minutes. Head east on Rue Saint-Séverin. We make a right on Rue Saint-Jacques. We make another right en Rue de Sorbonne. The Musée Cluny will be on your right-hand side. Here we are, Musée de Cluny. It's actually two museums in one. The first houses the best of the Middle Ages, and the second is housed in the largest Roman baths in France. So what you see behind me is a magnificent medieval mansion known as the Hôtel de Cluny. It's the main museum. Now, if you see one thing, see the tapestry Lady in the Unicorn. It's considered the greatest surviving artifact from the Middle Ages. You'll also see some beautiful stained glass windows in there. After the French Revolution and 19th century restorations, many original sculptures from Notre Dame and Sainte-Chapelle were moved here for preservation, including expressive Gothic heads and gargoyles. The Frigidarium, or cold room, one of the Roman thermal baths, still stands beneath the museum. A vast vaulted chamber with original Roman stonework open to the public and often used for exhibitions and concerts. The Musée Cluny is open Tuesday through Sunday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:15 p.m. I hope you enjoyed the Musée de Cluny. Our next stop, Place de la Sorbonne. It's about 3 minutes from here. As you exit the Musée Cluny, continue south along Place Paul Painlevé. When you cross Rue des Écoles, Place Paul Painlevé becomes Rue de la Sorbonne. When you reach Place de la Sorbonne, you have arrived. Place de la Sorbonne. The essence of Paris and the Latin Quarter can be found right here. Behind me, you'll see the University Sorbonne Chapel. The remains of Cardinal Richelieu are found there. Be sure to stroll around, enjoy the architecture, the atmosphere, the restaurants. It's just a beautiful square and a beautiful area. The Sorbonne and its surrounding square were hotbeds of intellectual debate, enlightenmental ideals, and political unrest, especially during the French Revolution. Place de la Sorbonne is a public square and is therefore open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I hope you enjoyed Place de la Sorbonne. Our next stop is the Arènes de Lutèce. It's about a 15-minute walk from here. As we leave Place de la Sorbonne, continue south along Rue Victor Cousin. We then make a left on Rue Cujas. This section will be a long walk as Rue Cujas becomes Place de Panthéon and then becomes Rue Clovis. We make a left on Rue de Cardinal Lemoine. Then we make a right on Rue Monge. Arènes de Lutèce will be on your left-hand side. We made it, Arènes de Lutèce. Here it is. It's a doorway. Inside is where you need to go. Let's go check it out. So these are the remnants of the Roman settlement of Lutetia. So the amphitheater in here, in its time, would hold 10 to 15,000 people to watch plays and even Roman gladiators. Arènes de Lutèce is a public space and is therefore open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I hope you enjoyed the Arènes de Lutèce. Our next stop is the Jardin des Plantes. It's about 8 to 10 minutes, and we're headed this way. As we exit the Arènes de Lutèce, we head down Rue de Navarre. We make a left on Rue Lacipède. When you reach Rue Ligne, the entrance to Jardin des Plantes will be across the street. Okay, here we are, the Jardin des Plantes, possibly one of the most beautiful botanical gardens in Paris. You're going to find about 8,500 different species of plants here. It's beautiful. Also, there's a zoo or a menagerie. They have about 1,200 animals focused on endangered species. Also, you'll find the Natural History Museum, one of France's oldest. It's famous for its evolution gallery, which has fossils and models from the dinosaurs to the present. It's really impressive. Walk around, enjoy yourself. This is a great place to sit down and relax. The Jardin des Plantes is a public park and is therefore open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and there is no admission fee. Hope you enjoyed Jardin des Plantes. Our next stop, Rue Mouffetard. It's about 8 to 10 minutes. As we exit the Jardin des Plantes where we entered, we cross Rue Lyon and continue down Rue Lacipède. We make a left on Rue Monge. Then a right on Place Monge, which becomes Rue Ortolan. Rue Ortolan will end at Rue de Mouffetard. Here we are, Rue Mouffetard, one of the oldest cities in Paris. It's been around since the Roman times. Now, the word Mouffetard supposedly means, in Old French, stink. I guess there was a river that ran through here that just gave off a really bad odor. Regardless, today it's a great place to get some food, get some shopping in, and people watch. We're kind of right in the middle, so you can go either east or west, your decision. Enjoy your stroll. Rue Mouffetard traces its origins back to Roman times when it was part of an ancient Roman road leading south from Lutetia, Roman Paris. That makes it over 2,000 years old, one of the longest continuously used streets in the city. Unlike much of central Paris, Rue Mouffetard escaped Baron Haussmann's 19th century modernization, preserving its medieval charm, narrow cobblestones, and irregular facades. Walking here feels like stepping into the past. Rue Mouffetard is a public street and is therefore open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I hope you enjoyed your walk down Rue Mouffetard. We're at Place de la Contrescarpe. It's on the western edge of Rue Mouffetard. From here, our next stop is the Panthéon. It's about an 8-minute walk. Let's go. From Place de la Contrescarpe, at the north end of the Rue Mouffetard, we head west on Rue de l'Estrapade. Then a right on Rue de Ulm, which will end at the Panthéon. Here we are, the Panthéon. So it's modeled after the Panthéon in Rome, except this one's a mausoleum. Some of the most prominent public figures in France are buried here: Voltaire, Rousseau, Dumas, and Victor Hugo. That dome was designed to rival St. Peter's Basilica in Rome and St. Paul's Cathedral in London. It's made of stone. It's amazing. Inside, you'll find Foucault's pendulum. It demonstrates how the Earth rotates around its own axis. It's really fascinating. Also, if you have some time, head up all the way to the top where the dome is. You have some of the best views of Paris. The Panthéon was commissioned by King Louis XV in 1757 as a church dedicated to Saint Genevieve, the patron saint of Paris. After recovering from illness, he vowed to build a grand monument in her honor. Following the French Revolution, the Panthéon was secularized in 1791 and transformed into a mausoleum for great French citizens, with the inscription added to its pediment, Aux grands hommes la patrie reconnaissante, meaning to great men, the grateful homeland. The Panthéon is open 7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. I hope you enjoyed the Panthéon. Our next stop is the Jardin du Luxembourg. It's less than 10 minutes from here. We head down Rue Soufflot. When we reach Boulevard Saint-Michel, we cross the street to find the entrance to the Jardin du Luxembourg. We made it. Jardin du Luxembourg. Beautiful gardens here. Amazing. Now, that palace behind me, Marie de Medici moved here from the Louvre and modeled that after the Pitti Palace in Florence. Also, you have both French and English gardens here. The French ones are facing the palace, the English ones are more on the outskirts. Also, as you walk around, look for a miniature version of the Statue of Liberty. There's also the Medici fountain, which is beautiful. And there's an orangery here with a fantastic collection of plants that you'll enjoy. Please enjoy your time here. One of the garden's most iconic sites is the Medici Fountain. Built in the 1630s, its shadowy grotto, reclining statues, and romantic symmetry make it a favorite for artists, poets, and lovers. The Jardin du Luxembourg is a public park. However, it is open from 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you next time.